The digital revolution is moving at a speed never seen before, and the changes it's brought are staggering.
The pandemic led to a big investment boom in tech and obviously to some pretty fundamental digital transformations in how we were working and living.
While many are excited at the possibilities on the horizon, some are fearful.
They took our jobs! Yeah, they took our jobs! They did!
But as history shows, innovation in tech is not necessarily a bad thing.
The way I like to describe, at least responses from AI, is it's more a poor reflection of ourselves. So it can be wrong. It's hubristic in a lot of different ways. It's citing things that aren't even true.
But like every bit of new tech, do we have to be cautious with how we use it? While the use of artificial intelligence has been on a steady incline for many years, the pandemic saw a massive boost in its development and applications.
Leaders in the tech sector have even advocated for a so-called AI pause to slow down the emerging technologies that could potentially cause wide-scale disruption to multiple industries.
So, is this a welcome relief, or are people scared?
In terms of a privacy problem, the fact that these machines were built off of scraping data from the web and also can respond to your personal information you might put in present a whole host of issues that we should consider and I think are being considered in addition to some of the benefits and interests that we're seeing from the public.
AI is only as good as the information that we feed it, and there have been many examples of its misuse.
With self-driving cars, when they tested pedestrian tracking, it was less accurate on darker-skinned individuals than lighter-skinned individuals.
Joy believes this bias is because of the lack of diversity in the data used in teaching AI to make distinction.
And there's not the focus on the fact that it can be wrong. Just recently, there was a lawyer who filed a brief, and it was based off ChatGPT. They were citing cases that did not exist.
While my job may be affected by AI in the coming years, programs like ChatGPT are still in their infancy.
Getty Images is actually suing the company behind Stable Diffusion and might have a case given that one of the images the program generated was this one, which you immediately see has a distorted Getty Images logo on it.
Although it's already attracting the attention of big tech.
I think focusing on the fact this can be inaccurate is really important. I am not sure, based on some of the AI boosterism and the rate that AI products are being incorporated into general companies, reflects that.
These concerns are a story as old as innovation itself.
The Industrial Revolution had people flocking to the city, and more people equals more horses, and more horses equals more manure. And it was predicted that by the middle of the next century, there would be 9 feet of manure covering the streets. But what no one saw coming was a new technology that would completely obliterate those concerns: the car.
Significant innovations that changed the world eliminated jobs that now seem ancient in our eyes. Think about milkmen or switchboard operators for a moment. Technology was a key driver in changing those industries. So, is this the case with AI?
I think if AI is adopted in a widespread fashion, it will absolutely lead to a lift in productivity. Just when you look at some of the applications that it's doing. And I think often in types of tasks that people don't love doing, if you think about generative AI being able to help summarize meetings or produce really rote documents.
But there's also incredible advances in how to make work more fulfilling and more impactful, how to apply tremendous personalization to medicine based on our genetics, our environment, the particular issues we're having.
AI is only getting better and better. It's gone from this to this.
What's the most difficult part of being a robot?
There isn't really a most difficult part of being a robot, because we are designed to help humans and make their lives easier. However, I guess if I had to pick one thing, it would be making sure that I don't unintentionally hurt or scare people.
Thank you.
Producing results never seen before. So, is this a problem that will lead to many of us without work? While there will be forever jobs that are replaced by technology, often the opposite also applies. Tech and automation always leads to a surge of new job creation.
The rise of AI, and that's also generating new companies and getting investment, and that is creating new jobs in those areas. And then of course you add to that areas like clean energy, which is also a really important part of Australia's economic transition. So I think that mixed story actually across the tech sector is also another factor why people are able to get new jobs.
Let's take the automobile for example. When that was introduced, professions like carriage makers fell to the wayside, while also creating new jobs for mechanics. And the same applies to our digital age.
In about the last year, the average growth rate of tech jobs in Australia has still been about twice that of the average jobs. We recently put out a report about a week ago looking at what's happened to tech jobs in Australia in the last year, and they've actually grown by 70,000 jobs. So that's an 8% growth in that time, and that includes even a 10,500 jump in those jobs just in the last 3 months.
So we know AI will help free us up of menial tasks. It's the same way self-service technology has reduced the need for cashiers while boosting efficiency and reducing human error.
I think in most cases, AI is going to produce products that will help people do their job rather than replacing people in their job. If you think about even something like ChatGPT, it still requires a human to figure out what instructions it should be giving to it, to check the work, to then incorporate it into to the other tasks that you're doing in a job. I think that's going to be the more normal AI experience.
In fact, the future is not about humans versus machines, but rather how we can use these devices to our advantage to augment our capabilities rather than flat out replace them.
Researchers have also trained AI to predict the shape of protein structures, a normally extremely time-consuming process that computers can do way faster. This could not only speed up our understanding of diseases, but also the development of new drugs. As one researcher put it, this will change medicine, it will change research, it will change bioengineering, it will change everything.
As we navigate the uncertain waters of AI, it remains crucial to remember its accuracy and effectiveness are still areas that need attention and improvement.
What I think is actually much more important is to start to have the conversations about how we prepare our society, our economy, our political system, democracy itself, for all of the implications of AI that are coming one way or another. And I suspect we'll see a year from now, we'll go, this was less impactful than we thought. 5 years from now, it will be an absolute tsunami of upheaval. And we have this window right now where we can have this conversation and we can get creative, and I think we've got to use it.
So we know that technology moves at light speed, and now so will we.